Alright, so apparently LinkedIn in India has decided it no longer wants to be a job platform. No, that's outdated, boring. To 2015, it now identifies as Instagram with blazer on. I opened LinkedIn to maybe, I don't know, network, find jobs, see industry updates. Instead, I'm hit with last night my girlfriend left me, but I still closed a 2 crore deal. Here are 5 leadership lessons from heartbreak. Let's dive into the absolute cinematic universe of Indian LinkedIn. Because apparently, everyone there is either a CEO, a motivational speaker, or emotionally available for engagement. Okay, so I'm scrolling on LinkedIn. You know, the place we are supposed to talk about career growth networking? And I see this HR has issued a public service announcement about Love Bites. Not fraud, not deadline, not please submit your timesheets. No, next. And I'm just sitting there like, how did we get here? The message itself is so intense too. You're representing the company. 5 exclamation mark. 5. That's not an email. That's the Marvel villain monologue. And I get it, right? Professionalism matters. Totally fair. But the way this is written feels like someone in HR saw a neck and went, that's it. The brand is ruined. Shut it down. I just imagine this emergency meeting. Team, revenue is steady. Morale is questionable. But there's a visible hickey on the third floor. And instead of just quietly addressing it internally, it becomes LinkedIn content. This is the part that gets me. Why is everything on LinkedIn turning into public episode of corporate reality TV? Next week, it's going to be employee vote crocs. Here are 7 leadership lessons and the dramatic energy. You think the company logo physically appear on your skin when you clock in? You are representing the company. Bro, I am representing caffeine and mild burnout. Again, I understand the point. Work is work. Keep it professional, cool. But the theoretical delivery, what makes it LinkedIn gold. So in the next post, multiple recruiter posted screenshots saying a mysterious candidate sent them his resume at exactly 6:36 a.m. Same time, similar wordings, same dramatic build up, like it's some kind of productivity folklore. Okay, real talk. This feel made up. Not in an angry way, not in a how dare you way. But okay, kind of way. Because what are the odds that multiple recruiters are all randomly receiving a resume at exactly 6:36 a.m. and all decided it was a post worthy? And 6:36 is just weirdly specific time too. Not 6:30, not 7, 6:36. This almost feel like someone picked a quirky number to make the story and sound more believable. And the way it's written, the same exact tone, the same structure, it doesn't feel like a spontaneous things that happen. It feels like one of those LinkedIn inspired by a true event post where the true event is vibes. I'm not even siding with the candidate or the recruiter here. I'm just confused why our timestamps is being treated like a personality trait. If someone sends a resume early, cool. If they send it late, cool. If they schedule it, also cool. Why are we acting like 6:36 a.m. is the Da Vinci Code of hiring? It just feels like engagement bait disguised as a mysterious workplace story. This is one of those products where you see it and brain goes, they knew. There's no universe where the that label went through design, printing, packaging, distribution, and no single person said, guys, say it out loud. Poke rub. They even highlighted rub. They absolutely know. This isn't subtle branding. This is we are going viral on purpose. You know, the marketing meeting was like, how do we stand out in a saturated spice market? And one guy in the back just goes, what if we lean into it? And instead of firing him, they promoted him. Also, imagine inviting someone over for breakfast. Yeah, bro, come through. Oh, you haven't tried my rub yet. It really brings out the flavor. But marketing wise, it works. Immature, ridiculous, and absolutely increase bacon engagement. Honestly, respect though. So in the next one, the story is sister has a 6 a.m. flight. Asked mom to wake her at 3 a.m. Phone gets switched off. Panic at 3:15 a.m. Instead of driving over the place, a Zapto order at 3:30 a.m. So the delivery partner rings the bell and check if everything is okay. Delivery arrives at 3:30. Flight saved. Zapto is equals to hero. Okay, now respectfully, we have officially entered the era where grocery delivery apps are emergency contact substitutes. I'm not even mad, I'm just impressed at the creativity. Should I drive 40 minutes? No. Summon Zapto. It read less like a customer story and more like a brand ad that accidentally escaped the. It read less like a customer story and more like a brand ad that accidentally caved in the wild. And the casual line, not sure why an alarm wasn't surface. Same though, same thought. But I love how the solution wasn't call neighbor, call the building watchman, spam call again. It was deploy Vikas Bhai. And Vikas Bhai just woke up at 3:20 a.m. like, yes, I am now part of a aviation logistic. The delivery partner went from groceries to crisis response unit in 10 minutes. Zapto was a safety check for our loved ones today. We have rebranding ringing the doorbell into a tech enabled emotional support feature. Again, not disrespecting it. The delivery speed genuinely impressive. But the way this is framed make it sound like forget emergency contact, forget family, just keep instant delivery app installed. Next update. Zapto now offers wake up as a service. Honestly though, 3:20 a.m. to 3:30 a.m. is wild efficiency. I just hope Vikas Bhai got a great tip for accidentally becoming part of a 6 a.m. flight success story. Alright, if you thought grocery deliveries, saving flights was a peak LinkedIn. So the next one is basically a post about modern dating feeling overly sexualized frustration about send a pic, dislike for sexting culture, craving deeper intimacy, like conversation, shared language, holding hands, etc. And it ends with classic, I was born in the wrong generation when it comes to love. Cool. Now my genuine question is, why is this on LinkedIn? I opened LinkedIn to see layoffs, fake promotion posts, or someone announcing they are thrilled to share, not a live review of the dating market. This feel like it accidentally got uploaded on the wrong application. This is Instagram notes energy. This is Twitter at 2 a.m. energy. This is a close friend story energy, but LinkedIn, our recruiter supposed to endorse this. Congrats on your deep talk skill set. I'm not even disagreeing with the sentiment. Boundaries are valid. Wanting emotional connection is normal. Dating apps can be exhausting. But LinkedIn has somehow become the space where people post breakup lesson, flight, panic stories, 6:36 a.m. resume flow, folklore. Now dating market frustration, all in between job updates and hiring posts. It's like everyone collectively decide if I have a thought it belongs on LinkedIn. And the funniest part is it will probably get solid engagement because LinkedIn is slowly turning into corporate Instagram, but everyone's still wearing blazer in their profile picture. I'm not mad at the post. I'm just confused why my professional networking feed is now giving me relationship discourse. At this rate, next week someone's going to post 5 leadership lessons I learned from being ghosted. So the next post basically says the moment you stop needing company to feel complete, you become unstoppable. And then it hits you with if you have the power to eat alone in the restaurant or sit alone in cinema hall, then you can do anything in your life. Read it again. Okay, I read it again. I even squinted a little bit for extra enlightenment. Listen, I get the message. Being comfortable alone is healthy. Independence is good. Not relying on constant validation, great. But why are we acting like ordering pasta solo is the final boss battle of life? If you can eat alone, you can do anything. Anything, climb Everest, start a unicorn startup, fix the economy. No, you're just eating a garlic bread without backup. That's it. Also, the dramatic, read it again. Like it's some ancient scroll from the mountains. It's dinner, not destiny. I understand the underlying message. Being comfortable alone is powerful. It's healthy. It's mature. But we've inflated it too much. And now ordering one coffee is apparently the gateway for world domination. By that logic, if I can grocery shop alone, I can build a Fortune 500 company. If I can take an auto alone, I can colonize Mars. If I can sit quietly, I'm inevitable. Next time I sit alone in a theater, I'll whisper to myself, I can do anything. And then I'll forget my parking spot after the movie. Unstoppable, right? So yeah, that's LinkedIn right now. A place where key are corporate threads. 6:36 a.m. is a personality trait. Grocery apps are emergency services. Heartbreak builds leadership. Loneliness is a superpower and dating frustration is apparently a professional update. Somewhere between open to work and we are hiring, we quietly added a third badge, open to engagement. Just to be clear, I don't have any problem with LinkedIn. It's a great platform. It helps people to get job, build network, grow careers. That part actually matters. I'm just fascinated by how we are collectively decided that every life event now needs to be a professional caption. That's it. See you in the next one.